Hi all, today we can discuss about the structure of switches in circuit switching as well as in packet switching. You had already discussed or you have already studied about the types of switching, circuit switching as well as packet switching, in which we are using number of switches to interconnect the networks. So how to design these switches, or how will be the structure of a circuit switch as well as packet switch. So structure of circuit switch, which uses two technologies to develop. One is space division switch. Here the paths in the circuit are spatially separated, and they are mainly used, designed for analog networks, but nowadays they are used for both analog and digital network. Okay. And first space division switch is the crossbar switch. Here we have 3 inputs and 4 outputs, and they are connected in a grid with a number of cross points, and each cross points will act as a control station. Okay. So actually it's a connection between n inputs to m outputs, and by using some micro switches, they are known as transistors. Okay, here a large number of cross points are required, so they are inefficient because less than 25 cross points are used and rest are idle. At a time, actually less than 25 cross points are in use, but most of the other cross points are in an ideal state. So actually its main disadvantage is its inefficiency due to large number of cross points. Okay. Next one, we have a multi-stage switch. To overcome the problems of this crossbar switch, we had developed a multi-stage switch. Here, it's actually this is the figure of multi-stage switch, in which 3 stages are there with the number of crossbars which is used. Here also it's a combination of crossbar switches, but in multiple stages are used for switching purpose. So actually it's used for overcoming the problems of crossbar switch. It combines the crossbar switches in multi stages. It actually decreases the number of cross points. Okay, actually the crossbar switch has the main inefficiency is due to a large number of cross points that will be overcome in this. So here divide the n input lines into groups, and here in the middle stage you can use a k crossbars, and at the first and third stage you can use n by n crossbars. But the main drawback for this multi-stage switch is blocking during periods of heavy traffic. If there is any heavy traffic in the network, the data will be blocked. That is the main disadvantage of this multi-stage switch. Next one is a time division switch. So we have two technologies for developing a circuit switch. One is space division switch and another one is time division. So space division switch is again based on space division switch, we have two design. One is crossbar switch and another one is multi-stage switch. Now we have a time division switch. Here this is the structure of a time division switch. You can see 4 stations are there, and 4 receivers are there, centers and receivers are there. Here you can use a TDM technology at the end points, and inside the switch you can use a TSI mechanism for controlling the packets from the center to receiver. Here we can use a time division multiplexing. Inside the switch, most popular technology is time slot interchange. Here 4 input lines and 4 output lines are used. You can see there is a time slot interchange is there. Actually the transmitting packets are in the order A, B, C, D, but at the receiver you can get C, D, A, B based on the control unit. Actually switch contains a control unit. First packet will be connected to the third receiver. So third receiver will receive A, and 2 to 4, so 2 will receive D, and 3 to 1, 3 will receive 1 will receive 3, and 4 to 2, 2 will receive 4 will receive 2. Okay, that's why its order is C, D, A, B. So this is a time division switch. Next, we have a combination of time and space division. They take the best of two. We have some disadvantages of space division switch, as well as we have some disadvantages in time division switch. So, if you are combining this time and space division switches, you will take the best of two. Okay, it's actually a combination of both time division and space division. Switch take the best of both, and known as time space time switch. It will otherwise known as TST, time space time switch. So these are all about structure of circuit switch. Next we have a packet switch structure. This is the structure of packet switch. We have a number of input ports as well as number of output ports, along with a routing processor and a switching fabric. So there are four main components for this packet switch: input ports, output ports, routing processor, and switching fabrics. Next, what are the functions of these components? Actually, input ports, it performs the physical and data link layer of a switch. Here the bits are constructed from the received signal, and also the packet is decapsulated from the frame. Here errors are detected in character. It contains a buffer and queue which hold the packets, and after that it will ready to go to switching fabric. And the output port, same as that of input port, but is in a reverse order. So this is the structure of input port and output port. You can see that physical layer processor and data link layer processor. That means for a switch, physical and data link layer is its ports, input ports and output ports. It contains a buffer like queue. So what is the function of this queue? It will hold the packets. Okay. Next we have a routing processor as well as switching fabrics. Routing processor, here the destination address is used to find the address of the next hop, and actually this routing processor searches for the routing tables which contain some routing tables. What is the purpose of this routing table is will get a correct route from sender to receiver. Okay. Switching fabrics, it moves the packets from input queue to output queue. In the past, the memory of the computer or a bus was used as a switching fabric. The simplest type of switching fabric is the crossbar switch, which connects n inputs to n outputs in a grid using electronics micro switches at each cross point. So these are the components of packet switch, like they are input ports, output ports, switching fabric, as well as routing processor. Okay, thank you.